Mr. Chairman, and to Ranking Member Peters for holding this markup. And I want to echo the thanks to the staff whose efforts to coordinate today's markup reflects this committee's commitment to and tradition of bipartisan legislating. Mr. Chairman, I want to begin by noting an item that was not on today's agenda. The scenes out of Portland, Oregon are incredibly disturbing. Federal officers with dubious legal justifications, but clearly behaving in ways that challenge American norms when it comes to the use of federal police power, are detaining and in some cases seriously injuring protesters. That follows what we saw last month when the president unleashed tear gas and rubber bullets on peaceful protesters outside the White House. As the lead Senate committee with jurisdiction over the Department of Homeland Security, we should call the Secretary before this committee to answer for his department's actions, and I hope that there will be bipartisan support to do so. Turning to today's markup, I appreciate that the committee considered and passed a number of measures to address the COVID-19 pandemic. The lack of sufficient personal protective equipment in our country has been completely unacceptable. And I'll note we are 6 months into this pandemic, and it is clear that we need to do more than what is called for in the bills we pass today. I will keep pushing the administration to fully exercise its authority to ramp up domestic production for these supplies. Some of these supplies, such as N95 masks, are stored in the Strategic National Stockpile. And in the long term, we must also examine the mission and purpose of the stockpile and make changes to better prepare the nation for a pandemic. I appreciate the chairman's willingness to work with me on changes to strengthen the bill to do just that. The chairman's bill includes a government-led review of how to improve the stockpile. And while I believe that this is a really good step forward, I'll continue pushing for an external evaluation as well, given this administration's lack of capacity for critical self-evaluation. I'm also glad to see several other bipartisan bills pass out of committee today. I was pleased to partner with Senator Portman on the IT Modernization Centers of Excellence Program Act, a bill to keep agencies moving toward a more modern information technology infrastructure with the help of industry partners. And I was glad to support Senator Enzie's bill, the CFO Vision Act, which provides several critical updates to the CFO Act to enable agencies to be better stewards of taxpayers' funds. I was also pleased to join Senators Portman and Carper on the Safeguarding American Innovation Act to shield our federally funded research against theft by foreign actors. Finally, Mr. Chairman, the United States Postal Service is currently facing an unprecedented crisis. Naming local post offices is important and honors great women and men, but without action, I fear that the postal naming bills we pass today will be irrelevant. The next COVID-19 relief package should include substantial financial support for the Postal Service, which is vital to our economy and the well-being of millions of Americans. I look forward to seeing these bills and others move on the Senate floor. Thank you, Mr.
Would the gentleman yield for a moment on